Good evening, everyone. Gordon Causey, again, always. And as always, Candy the Wonder Pup. Who, you know why she's here. All right, shake a paw. Lay down. Lay down. Speak. Speak. Come on. Give me a good one. Speak. 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 There we go. That's a little better. More chuffing than speaking. All right. Took a couple nights off. I see I have two people watching. I do have chat on. I was going to tell a couple jokes. And the first one is one that I read years ago in, of all places, the Reader's Digest, and it was actually voted their number one joke of the year. And it was about an old man, about an old couple who were in McDonald's. Old couple, 80s, maybe even early 90s, very poorly, shabbily dressed. And they get up to the front and they ordered just a regular hamburger, small order of fries, and 2 glasses of water. And there's a truck driver standing in behind them, and he's feeling bad for this elderly couple. Clearly, they're not very well to do. And he watches as they go to their table and they sit down. And the gentleman takes out a little plastic knife and he cuts the hamburger in half, puts one half in front of his wife and one half in front of his. And again, he divides up the fries on a napkin, giving half to his wife and half to him. And the guy feels really badly. I mean, there's an elderly couple, obviously not, on a fixed income, sharing a burger and fries. So he's a little uncomfortable, but he goes up and he says, I couldn't help noticing you and your wife sharing your meal. And, it occurred to me, I've been having a really good month. I've gotten a lot of overtime this month. I'm doing really well. It would mean a lot to me if I could buy you another meal. Would you let me do that? It would give me a lot of pleasure. And the old man looks up at the truck driver and goes, I really appreciate that, son, but my wife and I, we share everything. And the trucker says, okay, fair enough. And he sits down and he starts eating his meal, but he can't help looking over and he notices that the man is eating the burger, nibbling on the fries, but the wife is just sitting there watching him with her meal just sitting in front. And so he goes back to them. He goes, look, I really don't want to bother you or anything. It's just, I notice, you're eating, your wife isn't. And it occurred to me, maybe she'd like something else. Maybe she'd like a fillet of fish or a cheeseburger or a different meal, nuggets or something. And the husband says, no, I really appreciate that, son. But my wife and I, we share everything. So the guy's okay. He sits back down. He's finishing up his meal and he notices that the man he's still the only one eating and the wife is just sitting watching. And so as he finishes up, he just can't help but go up a third time. And he says, look, I respect your wishes. I understand you share everything. It's just, I notice you're the only one eating and your wife, she isn't touching her burger or fries. I mean, is everything all right? And the wife grabs the truck driver by the arm and she says, I'm just waiting for the teeth. I like that joke. Anyway, the other joke. I'm going to push the envelope a bit on this one. There's a young lad, Sanji, East Indian, and he's over at the next door neighbor's house and he's helping them paint. And while he's painting the stairwell and he has the paint up high while he's getting a lower section, well, darn it if he doesn't bump the ladder and the paint spills, white latex paint. He's covered from head to foot in white latex paint. He's, oh my God. And he leaves the neighbor's house and he's walking back to his own house and his sister sees him on the way and she, oh my God, Sanji, what happened to you? And Sanji said, I was at the neighbor's house. I was painting the hallway, the main entrance there, and the paint fell on me. I'm going to go get cleaned up. And when he got to the driveway, his grandfather was there. doing a little gardening. His grandfather looked up and goes, "Oh my God, Sanji, what happened to you?" Sanji says, "I was at the neighbor's house. I was doing some painting. Some paint fell on me. I'm going to go get cleaned up." And as he gets to the front door, his dad sees him. His dad says, "Oh my God, Sanji, what happened to you?" Sanji says, "I was painting at the neighbor's house. I got paint on me. I'm going to get cleaned up. Leave me alone." And he finally gets inside the house and his mom sees him. "Oh my God, Sanji, what happened to you?" And Sanji goes, "Oh my God, I've only been white for 3 minutes and already I hate all you damn Indians." Those are my jokes. Hi, Sharunian Allegiance. Those were the two that came to mind. I'm going to be doing another live on Sunday night. And I may have some jokes tomorrow night, Saturday night. But Sunday, I do have other jokes. I had another one, but I think it's pushing the envelope just a little too far. I've been a lifelong joke teller ever since I was a kid. So I used to tell dumb jokes. I'll tell one of the dumb jokes I used to hear when I was a kid. So when I started developing my British accent, and it's about a kid living up in northern England, farming area, farming with his mum and dad. And they're simple folk, they're farming folk. And just about every day, the young son, Johnny, likes to come up to his mum and dad and says, "Hey, mum, dad, do you know the big black bull just fucked the white cow?" And they don't think anything of it because, they're farming folk, they're simple folk. But one day, the wife, she says to her husband, "I've got the vicar coming over for dinner tonight, and I don't want to hear Johnny piping up at the table how the big black bull just fucked the white cow, if you know what I mean. Wouldn't look too good." The old man goes, "Hey, don't worry. I'll have a chat with him." So old man pulls Johnny aside and he goes, "Now, Johnny, we're farming folk. We're simple folk. And your mum and I, we don't mind it when you say how the big black bull just fucked the white cow. But, well, we've got the vicar coming over tonight for dinner and he's a religious man. He's a pious man. And he wouldn't be taking to that kind of language. So if you want to impart that little piece of information, why don't you just say that the big black bull surprised the white cow and we'll all have a little chuckle." So Johnny says, "Righto, Dad." So that night they're sitting at dinner and little Johnny pipes up and he goes, "Oh, Mum, Dad, Vicar, do you know the big black bull surprised the white cow?" And the father goes, "Oh, is that right, Johnny?" Johnny goes, "Yeah, he walked right past it and fucked the brown one." All right, that's good enough for tonight. Sunday, I'm going to be talking about something of a religious nature, hence why I went into a bit of a religious joke. But why does God need our praise? I was thinking about an old Monty Python episode from the movie The Meaning of Life, where they show private boys' school and the kids in chapel, and the vicar or priest or chaplain, whatever, is saying, "Oh God, you are so big." And all the kids repeat, "Oh God, you are so big. We're all really impressed down here, we must say." All the kids, "We're all really impressed down here, we must say." And so I wanted to approach that question on Sunday night. So if that's of any particular interest to you, you're most welcome. Probably be around 10:30 in that neighborhood. I'll keep this one under 10 minutes. I'm up in around 700 subscribers, which is unreal considering a month or so ago I wasn't even at 200. So to everyone who has subscribed, thank you. There will be more jokes. I may tell the one at some point that I think really pushes the envelope, but not tonight. And, I'm constantly being reminded of jokes that I heard years ago. So they're constantly coming back to me. So thank you for the likes, for the subscriptions. Thank you for the comments. And we will see you all in a night or two. God bless. Cheers.